Let's begin the coin caliper project by collecting some sample images. I'll adjust the camera for collecting representative images for processing and then also collect a calibration image. I'm using the Microsoft LifeCam Studio webcam, and this is attached to the RPS tabletop copy stand. This is a 9-inch by 12-inch platform. I've just started up NI Vision Assistant in the standalone mode. I'll click Acquire Images, and then I'm looking for the webcams attached to my desktop computer, and there's the LifeCam Studio. I presently have this set up with a default of 960 by 544 in 30 frames per second color mode. Start acquiring some images. Right now I'm using a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter grid printed on a standard piece of paper. The converging lines tell me that I have perspective distortion. Right now I'm adjusting the physical position of the camera, adjusting its orientation back and forth, also moving the target around a little bit, with the objective of obtaining a grid that looks as much as possible like it's lined up on right angles. Take away the target and replace this with a piece of black felt fabric that I'll use for the background for the coins. Put down the first coin here. This is a €1. Click the camera attributes, and I'm going to first adjust the brightness. I'm going to dial this all the way down. My objective here is to make the background features become as dark as possible. Try to minimize the contrast of those features. Then the contrast attribute, I'll adjust this one to its maximum value, and the intent here is to maximize the contrast of the foreground features, that is the coin itself. And you'll notice that when this control is all the way to the right, the background becomes uniformly black and we just see the coin. I'm also going to set my focus to manual mode instead of its default auto. In manual, I'll then record that value, just jot that down in my notebook someplace so I can always remember that value for later on. This way I have a consistent focus for all of the coin images. Begin putting down some coins from around the world, and at each step then I click the Store button right there to store the acquired image in the browser. You'll also notice that the image in the upper left corner changes to reflect that that is now the current image. If you look here, you also notice that the number of images is indicated. So I'm at 5 right now. And here's the last one, US quarter. Now, before I leave this step, I want to make sure that I do not disturb the camera at all, and I'm laying down my calibration target. In this case, I'm using a centimeter ruler. I'm adjusting the position of the ruler itself. I do not want to disturb the camera and the tabletop stand whatsoever. I'll save that image, and I can use that later on for calibration purposes. Now I'm inside the image browser, and I want to save all of the images at once. I'll choose the destination folder, and I say all images, give it a base name for the files. Just call this coins. You can adjust the image quality to a higher or lower number if you like, and click save. And we're done with this part.